Alright, hi everyone, welcome to part 10 of Spyro the Dragon 1 here on the PlayStation 1. Well, even though it's recorded off the PlayStation 5, but, you know, the game is originally for PlayStation 1, which I'm pretty sure we have well over established. So we're just going through here. Now I honestly have no idea exactly what level this exactly is because yeah, I just have no idea.
End of a supercharge ramp, you can really go far. I'm all over.
Oh man. So I guess I can probably try to attempt to give you guys I guess a little bit of an update of what went on throughout the week. Well, even though this is being recorded on Wednesday at around 12:30 in the morning ish, give or take, and on Tuesday the House convened, you know, for Congress, and they attempted to elect my Congressman Jim Jordan as the next Speaker of the House after not having one for like 2 weeks. He needed 217 votes, and he was short by 17. Yeah, because 20 Republicans decided to not vote for him. They voted for other Republican members of Congress, like former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, current Majority Leader Steve Scalise, a former Congressman from, I think it was New York, a congressman from Minnesota, and one from Kentucky. And I think one from Oklahoma was given a vote too. Although up until the House decided to vote, which took place around 1 p.m.-ish, there was one member of Congress that was suggesting to nominate former President George W. Bush. Yeah, you know, the 43rd president from 2001 to 2009, the one solely responsible for 9/11. Yeah, imagine George W. as House Speaker, even though he's like, I think he's like 72 now. I mean, he's old, but even though, you know, like 97% of his entire presidency was based on, like, we have to fight terrorists. America has been under attack in September 11th, and we gotta take out the terrorists. You know, that type of stuff. That was a horrible George Bush impression, and I do apologize to anyone that actually likes George W. Bush, but I'm sorry, but George W. Bush is, he wasn't a good president. I mean, there's really much I can't say about him, even though, you know, I was alive for his entire presidency. He was actually the first full presidency that I've lived through. But, you know, as a kid in, you know, the 2000s, I barely even know what the hell was going on besides, oh yeah, there's a war going on in Iraq and Afghanistan that ended up lasting for like 20 years. So, yeah. But I think the first full presidency that I fully, like, remember, ironically, was when Obama was elected in 2009. and you know, that was during like the rest of elementary school, all of middle school, and going into high school, because Trump wasn't officially sworn in, you know, back in 2017. That was during my junior year, and I got to, I mean, I remember watching Obama's inauguration in 2009, but for Trump, I remember, I was watching Trump's inauguration while at school, because you know, oath of the presidency didn't happen until like, you know, noon on January 20th of 2017, which, you know, is when the presidency term, you know, starts and ends, or depending on what president. So yeah, I've effectively lived through 5 different presidencies, whether they're like part of a presidency or like a full presidency. So far, I've lived through 5 presidencies, which have Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and now sleepy Joe Biden. But depending on who's actually going to win in 2024, that's a whole nother story, because Biden's approval rating, last I heard, was like around 37%. And in terms of the Republican primaries for Trump, he's currently sitting at around 56%. I don't know, something like that. What the fuck is up with this guy's get up? Jed?
Yeah, well, you could have found an easier spot to get stuck.
I don't understand what the hell his get up was all about. But anyways, we found all the dragons for this. Did we 100% the level? I don't think that the thing popped up saying 100% yet. I think he's still trying to find like the gems and shit. Just running through here. Okay, so yeah, there's more gems. So yeah, he's still gotta get all the rest of the gems. Ah, dear God. There's other gems. Okay, so now the level's 100% complete. Okay, are you gonna jump onto the portal to return back to the world? Okay, there we go. Return to Beastmakers. I'm gonna assume we're gonna go through a whole nother level too. So what one is this? Treetops. But yeah, I mean, I barely remember all of George W. Bush's presidency. I mean, his presidency I think around, God, what was it? I think it was around 2007, when I was like 8 years old. I think that was the first time I started watching, like, you know, the president's annual State of the Union address on TV. Because, you know, it was George W. Bush, you know, speaking, and then right behind him was the vice president, which at the time was Dick Cheney. And then to his left was then House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, which was the first time she was House Speaker. Alright, so we're on our next level. I actually didn't see what the level was, so I do apologize, but you guys can read. You guys seen it. Hopefully you played this game before. So, what the fuck? A little tree that kind of looks like Executor, you know, the Pokemon, ate Spyro, and it was like, damn it. Oh man. But yeah, anyways, so I'm kind of going on a tangent about politics growing up, of what all I mostly remember. But yeah, I think the State of the Union address of 2007, I think, was the first one I remember watching as a kid. And then pretty much it's been tradition for me to always watch it every year. And, you know, like 16 years later, I'm still doing it. In fact, I have a whole YouTube playlist on my main channel that's obviously privated, of course, of every single State of the Union address that I was alive for during like year, with the exception of 1999, because when Bill Clinton gave that State of the Union address, I wasn't born yet, because I was born in June of 99, not, you know, January of 99. I mean, you know, Bill Clinton, I guess, was okay. I mean, sure, he had the whole, like, I think Bill Clinton was best known for, well, he was best known for two things. Well, yeah, best known for two things. One is that he experienced the biggest time of peace and economic growth in our country, which, you know, it's when he created NAFTA and all that stuff, the trade agreements with Canada and Mexico, which, you know, was kind of cool. And probably the main thing he's probably best remembered for is the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal, which led to his impeachment. Oh shit, Spyro died. So that's his death animation. Okay, so I learned something new about this game. I mean, we're still sitting at 31 lives, which I guess is pretty good, I would hope. Okay. George W. Bush, you know, the next president, obviously best known for 9/11. Like, we have to fight the terrorists, you know, that type of shit. Oh yeah, you guys want to hear my horrible, shitty impersonation of Bill Clinton? I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. You know, that was a horrible impersonation of Bill Clinton, but yeah, that's the best I got of Bill Clinton. And Obama, you know, Obama kind of, I think the main thing that Obama will be forever remembered was that, you know, he was America's first black president.
Thanks for releasing me.
Which, you know, everyone up until, like, everyone before him, you know, going from Washington all the way to George W.
Gotta go.
You know, were, you know, white. On, at least, I guess, two main sides of the political spectrum. But, you know, as, you know, the politics evolved and changed. But yeah, Obama will be forever remembered as America's first black president, what I think. Now, Trump. The first year I was able to vote was in 2018, which was, it wasn't a presidential election, but it was a bit of a major election, because that was the midterm. And that's where, you know, we had to figure out what party's going to control both houses of Congress. Which, you know, up until that election, the Republicans controlled both houses of Congress as well as the White House. But then, with that following election in 2018, the House got swapped over to the Democrats, while the Republicans still held a slight majority in the Senate. So, yeah, that which eventually led to Trump's two impeachments. Whether for the Ukraine phone scandal back in 2019, or the January 6th riots back in 2021. I don't even want to get into January 6th because that's a whole like powder keg, because it's, you know, so complicated. Okay, I think this is our last dragon of this level.
I'll tell you what to do with those creatures. Smash them, Spyro! Stamp them out and squish them and squash them!
How about charge them and flame them? We are dragons after all.
Yeah, okay, so that was the last dragon. So I think he's just gotta find all the rest of the gems. But yeah, I think Trump will be best remembered as probably the most controversial president we've had in decades, as well as the only president to be impeached twice. Well, even to this day, in terms of the federal government, he is still the first and so far only person to be impeached twice. Now, Joe Biden, I don't even want to, you know, tap the water into that. Because to me, it's not worth it. Yeah, I think he's looking for the last two gems. Where they are, I couldn't even tell you. Oh, okay. I guess we missed it. But anyways, the level's done and over. So, I'm gonna assume that the episode is just about over, as we're returning back to the home world. $6,300, Jesus. Okay, he's roaming around now. Yeah, I think this is the end, because this is the next level. Yep, and we'll see you next week.